Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Marlena informs John Doe in her office that his MRI reveals a previous skull fracture that has since healed. He is otherwise in good health. John shows up just as he wants to go find his son. John illuminates John Doe that he was in a VA medical clinic and hands him Joseph Ringer's canine labels. He adds that he and his biological father, Timothy Robichaud, fought in the Korean War together. John Doe asks John to tell him more about the man because his name sounds familiar. John explains how his father became Yoling, a villain. John Doe recalls that a soldier switched their dog tags and left him to die when he was injured in the war. John understands that Joseph Chine canine labels aren't his. That name did not sound familiar to John Doe. That's because your name is Timothy Robichaud, John says, removing yet another pair of dog tags from around his neck. He claims that you have been looking for your son for all of this time. Your search is over, sir. After Timothy was wounded in the war, Marlena informs him that he was lost in the VA system. Regarding John, all they know about him is that he was born on a farm, just like Timothy did. That's what Timothy reviews, alongside his better half's name, Maud, who had their child after he vanished. Timothy laments John's difficult life, but John only cares about his current location. John tells Timothy that his story of being put up for adoption is complicated and that Maud died a few years ago. John becomes profound, at long last feigning where he came from after every one of the exciting bends in the road. He attributes his current status to Marlena and Timothy. They need to make sure they don't lose each other again, according to Timothy. She flips over when her water breaks outside the Kyriakis mausoleum. She says she feels like she needs to push while screaming in pain. When Sarah gave birth on the side of the road, Xander has a flashback. Chloe rushes to get Rex's medical bag as she reclines in a lounge chair. Xander concerns it's too soon. However, Rex guarantees him she's full term. He then, at that point, sends Xander to get a few towels. Rex makes a promise to Sarah that Mackenzie's fate will never repeat itself. Promises Rex. Half crazy in torment, Sarah stresses she'll tell Xander he's the dad. She is reassured by Rex, but she will not tell him unless she wants to. Rex begins getting ready when Xander and Chloe arrive with the supplies. At the point when Sarah howls in torment, Xander gives her his hand to press. Another class plays of Xander helping Sarah whenever she first conceived an offspring. Sarah gives birth to a girl while Xander is supporting her on the lounge chair behind her. Sarah says, holding her daughter, that she was afraid that having another girl would be like replacing Mackenzie. All things considered, she's loaded up with such a lot of adoration. She's ideal. She gives the baby to Xander when Sarah starts to tremble. She mumbles incoherently that he ought to be aware of something, but she passes out before she can continue. Dancing into the Kyriakis chateau, Vivian grabs a mimosa. Vivian says she wants to stay, despite Maggie's orders to leave. She raises her champagne flute and says, "Cheers." Justin assumes she was furloughed for Victor's funeral when the group asks why she isn't in jail. Maggie asks why, since she's not family. Vivian is baffled that she would say something like that in front of her son. Philip gives her a hug and sighs, "Here we go." Kate yells that Philip is not her son because she stole her embryo. Bonnie notification Vivian isn't wearing a lower leg screen, driving Vivian to uncover she was delivered on appropriate conduct. She delivers her delivery papers as evidence. Justin backs them up. When Maggie yells, "Get the hell out of my house," she is quoting Victor. When Bonnie reaches out, and Vivian learns she's not Adrienne, Vivian asks Justin, "Did you exchange Adrienne for a duplicate the manner in which I did when Nicholas lost his Cocker Spaniel?" After really quibbling and reiterating of the past, Vivian takes steps to crush one of Maggie's dolls. An exasperated Philip requests that she leave. She won't before the will has been read. He checks the safe to reassure her that she is not one of Victor's heirs, but the will has vanished. As she drinks, Vivian proudly raises yet another mimosa. As Justin calls Victor's home lawyers, Kate pulls Philip to the side. She informs him that neither of them is mentioned in the will, but Victor established a private trust for him. Philip proposes they leave then. Justin tells the rest of the group that Victor's will was destroyed while he was away after they finish. Everything goes to the surviving spouse in the absence of a written will. According to Justin, Maggie inherits everything. That really isn't the case, Vivian asserts. Kate inquires about Philip's well-being and tells him how lovely his eulogy was at the pub. This time, it is truly goodbye, as Philip realizes. In Victor's eyes, he always believed he would have a chance to right himself. He recalls a tender moment he shared with Victor prior to one of his departures. Kate reassures her son that Victor's unconditional love for him is true. She then revels in Vivian's realization that the will does not provide for her. Vivian informs Justin, Bonnie, and Maggie that she is the surviving spouse at the mansion. Maggie and Victor's marriage was rendered null and void because the divorce papers were never filed properly. Everything is given to Vivian. Peacock is now the only channel that airs Days of Our Lives. To ensure you never miss an episode, buy into Peacock. Please be aware that clicking on a link in this story may result in a small commission for us if you make a purchase. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, September 7, 2023, Victor's friends, family, and even his enemies will gather for one last goodbye. Watch as this memorial transforms into a drama-filled celebration of life. It's a sad day for Victor's family and friends. They have gathered to pay tribute to this legendary Salamite and find some closure. Expect Victor's loving wife to shed tears of sorrow and heartbreak. Despite Maggie's ruthless marriage, she discovered his softer side and fell hard for his charm. Victor demonstrated to Maggie that love and romance were not extinct. She was devastated by his passing because she loved him so much. Maggie contemplates life as she tries to come to terms with Victor's passing, particularly her grandchild's future. Maggie wants the child to get off to the best possible start, one that is grounded in truth, since Sarah is about to give birth any day now. Can she persuade Sarah to finally tell Xander the truth? Regarding Xander, he engages in conversation with Sunny, in no way like a memorial service to make strains rise and tempers to bubble over. The men will not just continue to argue. When they can punch, why throw stones? These two will fight to the death. Philip, on the other hand, promises his mother that he will continue to be on his best behavior. He scarcely avoided going to prison with his return, and he in no way wants to be put in a correctional facility. Kate is well aware of her son's dark side and is hopeful that he will be able to suppress it for the foreseeable future or forever. Also, forever would be nice. In case you missed it, Days of Our Lives featured some outstanding performances last week. Soap Hub struggled to determine who should receive Performer of the Week honors. Figure out which entertainer took care of business and why by clicking here. Days of Our Lives airs workdays on Peacock, plus in the US. Furthermore, the W organization or worldwide television application in Canada. Check out all of the most recent days' spoilers to learn more about what's going to happen in Salem. Additionally, click here for a comprehensive history of the show. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, or check our Instagram stories for updates on what's going on with your favorite soaps. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.